guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's get right into today's video. So first I'm going to show you guys how to clean your makeup brushes. And the reason why I think this video is super important because acne can be a result of dirty makeup brushes. So the first thing that you're going to need is some warm water. I keep my water pretty warm. I think that the warmer the water, the easier it is to break it down. And then I get this little facial cleansing sponge thing from the dollar store. And it came in a pack of 2, but that's the one that I use for my makeup. You're going to need some Dawn dish soap, and then you're going to need some vinegar. Vinegar helps, I know it's kind of weird, but it helps break down the makeup, and so does oil. Even when you remove your makeup from your face, it's good to use olive oil or coconut oil or some sort of oil to help break down that makeup on your face before you start scrubbing. If you guys want a how to remove your makeup off your face video, leave that in the comments and I will definitely do that video for you guys. So I'm definitely going to make this a habit all the time. I always try to clean my makeup brushes as much as possible. And I recommend that if you notice that your face is having a lot of acne problems, you might want to start to increase the cleaning of your brushes. So you want to start by adding the Dawn dish soap and be generous with it. That is kind of the main component. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my oil. Oil and water, they don't mix, but it will touch the bristles of the brush. And then you're going to add your vinegar. And then after you do that, you kind of want to add your brushes. You don't have to add them in one by one, but you want to add them in and kind of keep them a little bit spaced out. And then you kind of want to let it sit for a little while because this is the process. This is the part of the process that is the most important, the sitting of the brushes. So I'm going to let my brushes sit in this cup for about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the buildup on your brushes. You know your brushes better than anyone. So if your brushes are super dirty, they might need to sit a little bit longer than opposed to someone whose brushes are not that dirty. But 20 minutes, and then you're going to go to the sink.
20 minutes later.
So here I am now. I'm in the bathroom and I'm at the sink. You can either use your kitchen sink, your bathroom sink, and I'm going to kind of set up my station. So you're going to need a towel to put the clean brushes on. Once they have been through the washing process and the cleansing process, you really want to have an area for them to dry properly. I don't recommend sitting them inside of a cup, either face up or face down, because either way it can allow the water to run inside of the wood part of the brushes, or it can allow it to run downward, which will make the bristles kind of, messy. So the first thing that I'm going to do is rinse off those brushes, put them in clean water, swishing them around, getting that oil, that vinegar. You will smell it, but it will not stink in the end. But you're going to get that water, that vinegar. You want to clean that cup because the brushes will end up going back in the cup at some point during this process. So you want to make sure that that cup is clean. You don't want to put clean brushes inside of a dirty cup. And you also want to make sure that those, you can kind of still see that my foundation and concealer brushes, when I squeeze them, they're still coming out really dirty. So this one brush I wanted to start off with, I'm going to add some Dawn dish soap on my little face scrubby thing, and then I'm going to go through and scrub all of the brushes. All the brushes, you want to do it really well. You want to get the top of the brush, you want to get the sides, you want to get all up in there, because as you may notice when you start to work with the bigger brushes, the ones that can kind of hold more makeup, the concealer brushes, the foundation brushes, they hold a lot of product, especially at the top, that you might not know was in there, but you only discover it when you scrub it at different angles. So make sure that you scrub at different angles to kind of get the brush as clean as possible. So now I'm done scrubbing those brushes, and I'm going to kind of tidy up my workspace because as you can see, there was some splatter that came from the foundation and the concealer brushes from that buildup and all that extra scrubbing that it kind of splattered everywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe down the area. I'm taking a rag and wiping down everything I like to keep my workspace very clean because makeup can stain, especially if you're working on a lighter surface. It's definitely important that you keep it as clean as possible. So I'm going to take my brushes that previously were scrubbed, and I'm going to kind of just, I'm starting with this one, and I'm going to rinse it to see what is going to come out of it. I always just start to test one of my brushes to see, you know, what it is. And if you do feel that your brushes have a little bit of a greasy residue, which is possible, you should put them in a little bit of more Dawn soap, which you're going to see me do. But first, I want to wash that first layer, the second layer of soap off that I just placed on there from scrubbing. And I'm going to rinse that cup out, turn that cold water off, and then I'm going to be using hot water, and I'm going to add some Dawn in there. And then after I do that, I'm going to set the brushes in there. You can kind of see some of them definitely did fall to the side, but I'm going to swoosh them around in there because I want all of that vinegar. I want all of that oil. I want that all that stink and residue to come off. You want to like, you don't have to be super rushed. It look like I'm being rushed here, but I'm not. I'm just gently tapping the brushes up and down to kind of agitate those bristles, which I think is really important, especially in the cleaning process. Here are the final steps of the cleaning process. They have set my brushes set for about 5 minutes. I forgot to mention that before exiting out that clip. And now I'm going to go through all of my brushes one by one, two by two. You can do 2 or 3 in a group, and you want to wash that soap off and anything else that's left on there. There should not be any more oil in there. When you're doing this step, all the oil should have been broken down by the Dawn dish soap, but I'm going to go through, rinse off all that soap and anything else, and I'm hopefully making sure that they're running clean. There should not be any more makeup residue left over. If there is, you probably need to soak your brushes for a lot longer than I did. I don't go that long. I don't go that long without cleaning my brushes, and I also don't use that much product on like a daily basis, so my brushes don't have a lot of buildup. But you see me washing them off, and you can kind of see me setting them to the side. I'm doing that because that towel that I showed you in the beginning, it is going to be the place where my brushes are going to dry. I don't want them to dry face, like bristle down inside of a cup, because I noticed that my bristles kind of dry in a weird way. I want them to dry properly. So sit them on a paper towel or sit them on a towel. You want them to be able to be somewhere where their extra moisture can be absorbed. And here you can see the brushes. Now they're going to sit. It usually takes about 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe more to try my brushes. But that is it for today's video, you guys, and I hope that you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure that you subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.